How's it going, everybody? It's PJ for Pete_J on YouTube, PJ Play on Twitch. We're on Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. This is our 50th episode. Well, there's a core group of guys out there who've been with me through the whole time, so I guess it is our 50th episode. We're going to start off. We've got a couple of work orders to do. I believe this one is the story mission. If we take a look here, and let's see what they got. Yes, this is the story mission. So this will be the last one we do. We've got this repair job, and then we have a vehicle over in the dyno. There's no doorway back there. We do have a vehicle on the dyno that needs to get improved a little bit, so we're gonna have to kind of plus this one up a little bit. But let's go ahead and take care of these repairs, and while we do, I'll just talk about what I'm hoping to accomplish as we move forward from here with the 50th episode. This one's from Italy. It's not a bad looking vehicle. It is a 2015 Griffin Tyro, and it is a standard. It's got 105,090 miles on it. It has a it has an engine. It does have an engine. Well, I'll tell you something. Going forward from here, it's going to get a lot better than this, because this is bad. It's got an i4 dual overhead cam, BFM engine, 308 horsepower at 6 horsepowers. Peter, that ain't right. Horsepower at 6,000 RPM. I'm going to shut the volume off on this, because this is my time, man. All right, what seems to be the issue? There's a tapping sound from the engine bay. We have to find and fix any running gear problems. The suspension is rattling. We have poor brake performance, plus there's some other tasks. Increase the tuning by 11 to 16%. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of tuning stuff. All right, so running gear issues. I think we should go ahead and just pull out our testing tools. Fuel pressure test. We'll just run a quick test over everything. Fuel injectors at 76. ED 76, 71. Okay, so the injectors are okay. The fuel filter's in good shape. So's the pump. So we don't see any issues with the fuel system. 70s all the way through. Although I didn't look at the 64%. So repair with parts of minimum condition 64. It's actually 63. A lot of times you'll find parts that are 64 that don't make the list. So it's anything below 64 and probably needs to be repaired. So we did the fuel pressure test. We'll go ahead and do the tire tread test real quick. Standard tires. Got a 65 there. That's pretty close, but again, above that's 64%. So we're not really worried about anything in the on the tires. We'll continue testing. Electronic multimeter. Do we have any issues with the multimeter? I can see already that there's a sorry. Just looking. Don't want to pay attention. Medium fuse 65. That's not bad though. 69. Again, nothing jumping out, although we have a anti-lock brake system back there. I can see. Yeah, see again, a couple of 65s again north of 64, so we're not worried about those two. This here, the ABS pump, you can see is rusty, so we know that's probably going to be an issue. Outside of that, just a visual. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So it's not bad to do a visual as well. I mean, you take a look, and if there's anything that jumps out at you, that helps out as well. So camshaft, 21%. That's going to need to be repaired. Definitely. So we got a bad camshaft, and that's difficult because you got to get in there to remove that. And compressor tester. So we've got all these testers. We might as well go ahead and run it through, right? Doesn't hurt. Camshaft I4B, we've already known about that. Did I already do this one? Must have already done this one, right? What was the one? Did I miss one? No, I did the I did. Okay. OBD scanner. We didn't do. That's the one we didn't do. And normally I start with that one. If it's got an OBD, then you go ahead and start with that one. And I didn't do that. Okay, so like I say, so far so good. And we found a couple of things. So if we look at we got the camshaft I4B. That's the only one we found. Increase the tuning. Okay. Let's do this then. We're still in the information gathering phase. Let's take her over to the test path, see what we can find out. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and test you out. Yes. This will test the brakes and the suspension. If you're new to the press your W button, now we're up and they're spinning the wheels. We're gonna hit the S button to brake. You can see the passenger side front is at 48%, driver's side front is at 56%, so the passenger side front is going to be something we'll have to take a look at. Again, we're spinning those rear wheels now. I'll hit the S button and stop. So it looks like the passenger side brakes need more attention than the driver's side. Not that we're going to neglect them, you know, I mean, we'll still take a look, but we're going to look at this and we'll see what's happening here. Suspension in the front doesn't look too bad. I mean, again, passenger side's at 69% as opposed to the driver's side 76%. Okay, yeah, the rear doesn't look too bad. So we're going to leave the car. Brake calipers, brake pads, brake caliper. So we got two calipers to replace and some pads. Everything else is north of 64%, so we're not really worried about that. Should I check the alignment? It's fully aligned. Look at that. All right, so we'll put you back on, I think you're on 1, right? So what I'm hoping to do as we move forward is, let's get it up in here. We'll take care of the brakes real quick. Is I want to, I've gotten all of the garage expansions, all the tools. I want to acquire all of the attributes. And as you can see, I've completely spaced because I have 23 built up, because I really haven't been buying any. By the same token, the pace of the game right now is comfortable to me. I don't really feel like I need it, but there's a achievement for unlocking all the upgrades. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a couple. I'll take the cuts time to examine a part by 0.5%, and we'll get this one completely unlocked. What do we got left? 18. That's 3, 6, 9. That's 6. So I can do another. Well, these are 4. Okay, so I have 9 left. Let's go ahead and do this one. That finishes that off. So here we are. We've got 3, 6. Now we got 9 more attributes to unlock. So that's another thing that I'm going to be doing is trying to acquire the the achievements. So I printed out a list of all the achievements, so I'm going to start working on. Actually, we just said, Pete, that it's not the driver's side, it's the passenger side that needs the most love. So we're going to be over here. So that's another thing that I am going to try and do is we'll get the achievements out of the way and try to unlock all the achievements. I want to start going around and experimenting and really kind of finding out all of the different parts of the game. I mean, I've done the repairs and I've done a couple of rehabs, and so I think I have a pretty good handle on that. I saw some rust over here, so I'm wondering if there's an issue. No. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I still have a lot of story missions to do, I believe, so I have I'm got to keep up with those, because that's an achievement too, is getting to the end of all the story missions. So I'd like to do that as well. That's at 82%, so we're going to need to buy a new caliper. So what I'll do is I will come into the shop like I'm doing here. I'll fill the, I'm going to fill the bays. We got 2 bays here, we got 2 outside, and then we got 1 over there. So I can pick up 5 jobs at a time. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just pick up those 5 jobs. I'll take care of those jobs. Once those jobs are done, I'll then go and I'll grab one of my vehicles. I'll rehab it. And then I'm going to go out onto the market, and I'm going to try and find and purchase an example of all the DLCs. Lately, there's been quite a few DLCs coming out. The latest one, the police vehicle DLC. They had, before that was the taxi DLC, and before that was the Jeep Ram. Was it Jeep? I know it was Jeep. I know Jeep was one of it, but I think it was Jeep Ram DLC, right? Yeah, the Jeep Ram DLC. And so what I want to do is I want to go through and try to pick up an example of all of the vehicles in the DLC and work my way back. I think that'll be fun. You know, fill the garage with different can't fix pads, so we're just gonna buy new ones. Everything else looks okay, so we'll just grab those pads real quick. Nope, I needed to go here first. 40 credits, we'll give it for 34. So I'm gonna kind of do a theming kind of thing where we'll go through and we'll knock those out. And 65, that's okay, we'll take that. And we got another issue here. Crankshaft pulley. Looks like it needs to be replaced as well. Okay. And so that's what we'll do moving forward is, you know, try and hit up, and we're gonna do both garage finds. We'll do auction. I went to my first auction the other day, and so we'll try to pick up an example of vehicles from the auction, and that's how we'll move forward. And then, like I say, I'm thinking that works because we're spending a little time doing everything. But the other thing that I need to do is I need to learn more about the Drag Race DLC. I bought it, I have it, I'm not really sure how it works, so I'm looking forward to learning more about it. And getting into that. That seems like that's going to be fun. So that's what I'm hoping to do is really start to learn the ins and outs of the game and feel more competent and capable when I play the game than I kind of do now. So hopefully you'll stick it out with me. Hopefully you'll ride along. It's a lot more fun when you do. Gets a little lonely in here when it feels like I'm just talking to myself. Alright, I think this one might be alright. We might not have to worry about too much about this one. Yeah, we can see the words here, so you know the pads are good if you can read the words. You see that you can see the caliper looks like it's in good shape. And then you got the cylinder here, which you can see also, I guess. Although, should we take it apart? Let's go ahead and take it apart, just to be on the safe side. The cylinder's kind of hard to see, so. And never assume, right? If you assume, you make a you-know-what out of you and me, so let's not do that. So we've got the calipers at 74, the cylinders at 75. That's, okay, we are good with that. So there's that. That bolt looks a little suspicious, but I don't know if that does not mean that the bushing is bad, but we can't really get on top of this bushing. But the bushing looks solid all the way around. If it was bad, you'd see some discoloration and stuff around it. So yeah, you'll get rusty bolts, and that's not a big deal. You know, but you want to make sure that the part that's attached to it isn't in bad shape. Okay, so I think we've taken care of most of pour brake. We got one more part, but we know what that part is, right? That's the ABS pump, right? Now it's in the engine compartment, so we're gonna pull that. That's a pricey part, so I'm sure our client would love it if we would be able to fix that on the bench. So hopefully we'll be able to do that, because that's what, 700, 900. There's that pump. Pull that off. 10%. If we just take a look real quick, and that would be in the electronics shop. There it is, ABS pump, 950 credits. So if we could, hopefully we'll be able to fix it for our client on the bench, save him a couple of bucks here and there. And he will, that is the module. The module is in good condition, so I'm sorry, dude, you're gonna have to buy a new one. Sorry about that. Tried, but no such luck. 950, we get it for 807 because we're such good customers. So throw that back in there, and I think we get a check mark on this one here. As far as pour brake performance goes, I think that should be handled. Okay, what else we got? We have tapping sounds coming from the engine bay camshafts. Find and fix any running gear problems. Suspension rattling and other tasks. That's the tuning. Okay. Suspension. Let's go ahead and take a look at suspension. Because again, you could do that visually. Typically, there's not an issue with the. Oh, you know what? That's the other thing I wanted to use. I'm not using my examining tool like I should. There. Outer tie rod, 10%. How do I not see the outer tie rod? Oh, it's because it's on the back. There it is. There it is. Okay. That's all well and good. 5 of 11. 2. Okay. So far it's just looking like that outer tie rod. Whoop, nope, we got a wheel hub bearing that's bust too. Was that the one that I saw earlier that I said I thought I saw a little rust on it? I think it is. I'm better than I thought I was. I figured something was off on that one. Okay, so we're gonna go to normal mode. Oh, that might be another reason why I had trouble finding it. I do need to remove the tire. Okay. All right, so we're gonna remove this tire. Yeah, so I got a couple of cars, real beaters in my garages. So I would like to. I bought one at the auction, and it's kind of an off-road vehicle. So that's going to be kind of cool because you're not so much worried about horsepower as you would be, I believe, as you would be concerned about torque. I think when you're going four-wheel drive, you're more interested in torque. Although, you know, I mean, they kind of run pretty close hand in hand, but I think you'd be more interested in torque when you're doing a four-wheel drive than you are about horsepower. But again, like I said, they're not too far removed from each other, so it's not like... there we go. Outer tie rod list for 21, we'll get it for 17. It's that good client discount. There she is. We'll put that in there. All right, now tire back on. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. I had a bit of a plan. You can kind of get, you know, the thing about it is you can kind of get yourself pigeonholed, and that's what I kind of did with it for a long time, and just, you know, doing repair work. And then you forget that there's other aspects of it, but I mean, it's a multifaceted game, which does make it a lot of fun to play. So I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting. There she is in there. Wheel hub bearing. 10%. I don't think I can repack bearings, so I don't think we can do anything with it. Well, again, I've always said don't assume. the main goal of the game really is to kind of do the job as well as you can for your client, not spending any more money than they want you to spend, but doing the job as well as you can, which is kind of similar to real life. I mean, you want to establish good clients, you know, who come back. We'll get it for 10. It's listed for 12, so we don't get much of a savings, but they are looking out for us, which is nice. Nice. There you go. There you go. And then we'll get this one back on. I don't know how many story missions there are. I'm wondering if anybody else has kind of finished the story missions, but okay, so there's that. We've got 3 of the 5 done. Tapping sound from the engine bay. So we're gonna have to get into the engine. So let's swing over here. I think we want to detach, because what we want to do is we want to grab our investigative examination tool, start checking engine parts. Clutch release bearing is bust. Crankshaft pulley is not good. Okay. 17 of 17. Woo! Cooling is 0 of 0. Okay. So, what are we doing, Pete? We are going to... No, we're not going to do that, Pete. We're going to do this. I think we have to remove-icate the... We got to get the clutch release bearing, and in order to do that, we have to get to the gearbox. And in order to get to the gearbox, we have to remove the front drive axles. And in order to get to the front drive axles, we have to remove the tires again. So, that's what we have, folks. Okay, so if we remove-icate this tire, driver's side, driver's side is what? 74%. Okay, so the driver's side is 74%. And the passenger side is... And the passenger side is 68%. Okay, so 74, 68. Now, we should be able to remove-icate the front drive axles. There's that one. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna... Oh, I didn't pay attention to that. Boop, boop, boop. 66. So everything on the passenger side seems to be in the 60s. That one's 84. So there you go. Okay, so now we've got that. And we can remove the front drive shaft, which needs to come out. Alright, now, start her off. Accessible from the engine bay. Okay, so we gotta drop it like it's hot. We gotta drop it like it is hot. And then we gotta get in here and pull the starter. There we go. Now, back out again, close this up. We're gonna go back up in the air so we can remove gearbox I4, because the clutch release bearing is in here. There you go. So we gotta get to that. We got spray on there. We'll start this way then. Let that spray soak in, loosen her up. All right, there we go. There's the clutch release bearing. Rest of it looks like it's okay. Yeah, just looks like the clutch release bearing. Okay, so we're gonna pull that. Again, I don't think we can do anything with it. So we need to go from suspension to gearbox. And we're looking for the clutch release bearing. There it is. 35 credits, we'll get it for 28. And we'll put that back on there. We can put the gearbox back on because that's at 71%. We're gonna go backwards. So we're gonna go here, here, here. Okay. I think we're gonna have to get into this engine though. We know that the something is something, right? We know the camshaft. We got to get to the camshaft. We know why can't I think of it? The crank pulley? What is that? Crankshaft pulley. Why couldn't I think of crankshaft pulley? I think your buddy Pete just had an elder moment. Didn't mean to do that, but it worked out just the same. Okay, what about the... Can I get to the crankshaft? I can't. Yeah, from the engine bay, which means we got to bring the vehicle down. But let's see what's going on here. We've got clutch release bearing fixed, crankshaft pulley. We have 4 other parts not found yet. That's just the tuning. Okay, I keep looking at that. I should realize by now. So now we're into the engine. Should I have drained the engine of oil is the question. Because I am going to have to take it apart. Although there is an achievement for pouring oil on the floor. So maybe I'll get an achievement here. Who knows? Alright, so there's the crankshaft pulley. That's got to get pulled out. What does the crankshaft look like? Crankshaft looks like it's okay. Is there any way to examine it? It looks fine. I mean, I don't... Under the car. Okay. And this is a dual overhead cam, right? So the cams are probably up here, right? Because that would be overhead. Yeah, and here's the timing cover. Alright, folks. And we need 4 other parts, right? And they're going to be underneath this thing, I'm telling you right now. As soon as we pull this engine head off. Engine head cover. Or possibly engine head. Did any of the things we tested, did it test the pistons and the piston rings? I think they did. I kind of... Y'all got to let me know if there's a note section. I think that would be great if they would be able to, so that you could go back, you know, because you run these tests and everything, and they give you the results, but then I don't know if there's a way to go back and re-examine the results without having to go back and like at least go back and rerun the test. I think it would be kind of cool if there was a, am I just not thinking of it? Am I not finding it? Car status. See, this is the, okay. But you know, am I being clear, or am I being too facetious? But you know, be able to go back and just recheck the results of your tests. I think that would be, you know what I mean? I think that would be, I think that one of these days I'm gonna grow a vocabulary out in the backyard. Anyway, I think that would be kind of cool if they could do that. And thank you for reminding me I still have the starter in my pocket, because that's something I always forget to put back on. But I think that would be a big help. And I just put that on twice. I don't know why. So if anybody out there knows if they have something like that where you got to go back, the reason that happened was because I was still in the gears and the gear cases and stuff. So if you didn't know, if that happened, just make sure you're on, you know, you're on the full catalog. That's what this is. Otherwise, you might think they don't have it here. 120. It's listed for 120. We'll get one for 102. And then we'll. Oh no, we want to do this. But that's the thing that drives me nuts, because I'm almost positive one of the tests we did gave us the results of the pistons and the piston rings. And I think we're okay down here. Like I said, I don't think we're going to need to pull the crankshaft. I think what we're looking at maybe is... What are you going to say? Well, it can't be, because we did the electronic test. So it can't be, because we did... No, shopping list, inventory, car status. But you're not the car status. That's what I wanted there. My electronic multimeter. I was thinking, not fuses, spark plugs, and possibly the anything. Doesn't give us any. Didn't something test the spark plugs? I'm almost positive it did, but let's take a look. The ignition coils, but these ignition coils, again, you'd see discoloration. I'm trying to move my cursor. But those all look fine. They don't look discolored or out of step or anything. Let's grab this timing cover. Got a couple of bolts on it that are gonna need to. I'm gonna spray that. Spray that. Grab this one. Grab this one. Grab that one. Okay. Nope. Timing gears look okay. That looks clean. Downright clean, y'all. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to pull this cover. Can I put the cover back on? I don't think I'm gonna need to pull that to get the cover off. I think the cover's gonna, because this is part of the head here. Whoops, sorry. Let's see, there you go. So there's the cover. That's part of the head, and then the head cover kind of goes in there. So I don't think we need to pull that. Well, let's get these coils out. Yep. Oh no, that's fine. I jumped the gun. I saw a little copper there, and I'm like, oh, there it is. It's toast. That's toast. You know that's toast. But none of them look like toast. They're all looking good. Okay. Again, oil should be in the bottom of the engine, so we shouldn't have to worry about pulling the head cover off. But again, there is an achievement for spilling oil, so I'm Alright, so we got at least one. No, there they are right there. Camshaft cap, that one, and that one. So let's pull, and then this, of course, this camshaft has to go. Okay, so we're gonna pull this one. And then we will pull all of these, because we gotta get that camshaft out. And in order to do that, we will have to pull the timing gears, so. You live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. We may have to take the, Oh, sorry. Don't break it, man. Don't break it. I have to take this off the timing cover. Take all that off. Alright, let's do it. Because I think there's a belt. It's not a chain, it's a belt. And it's actually two pieces. Crankshaft pulley. No, it is one piece. Oh, I thought this was one of those two-piece ones, but which are so attractive for the summer, the two-piece. Just kidding. All right, so there's the belt. And I think I got to take this off. Yeah, I got to take that off before you can get that off. Okay. Which one? The tensioner. We have to remove the tensioner. Then we can remove the belt. Then we can remove the cam gear. Alright, so that part is free. Now we have to free up the other side, which is the timing cover. And we're going to need to remove the timing cam gear B. Can I get that off now? I can. Okay. Crankshaft. There we go. Alright, so we're going to head to the bench because I may be able to do some work on the camshaft. I don't know about the... Yep, camshaft. 21%. There she is. And we're going to need 68. Again, clients don't want to pay for work they don't have to, so... He's going to be happy because we were able to repair the cam shaft, which is a pretty heavy piece. We need a couple of camshaft caps, though. So let's take a look. We need 1, we need 2, we need 3. Alright, let's go shopping. Old catalog, we want to hit X to get rid of that. Tab. And we're going to X that to get rid of that. We need 3 camshaft caps for an i4B. 35 credits. We'll get them for 29, but we're going to pick up not 1, not 2, but 3, which will cost us 87 credits. All right, folks. Let's do this up. I think you were a 70, right? And you definitely get to be a 1 hundo. And then there's the trick. I'm going to use the trick because I want to make sure I get them. Camshaft cap. Put that in. I'm going to light that up, light that up. That way we can make sure we get our hundos in there. Alright, so there's this one here. And I want to thank, I believe it was Snakebite that told me about that. Or was it Roger Maxted? One of those two guys are amazing friends of the stream. I really appreciate them. Both of them have at times helped walk me through things. Have gotten me from A to B in more ways than I can tell you. So I appreciate both of them. And that little trick is a big help because the game needs to, I mean, obviously they're camshaft caps, you know, you put one, you put one, you put one, all, you know, all of them. But the reality is the game needs to sense that, you know, you fix that to 100%. And if you don't, then it doesn't consider it done. So something like that can be real easy to kind of overlook. So being able to light it up like that is a big help. So 78. Yeah. Back on. Get the tensioner back on. All right, we're missing a part somewhere, and I'm not sure where it is. Alright, I think I know we still gotta do the timing here. Alright, so there's that. Like I say, there's one part not discovered. Then we gotta do some tuning. One part not discovered. One part not discovered, folks. Do I check the air filter? Could it be that simple? No, that air filter doesn't look bad. Yeah, 70%. Base looks okay too, so not that. Okay, oil filter looks okay. Everything looks all right. I mean, fan shroud and the fan is okay. Radiator looks like it's in really good condition. Even got the sticker on it, danger hot material. The intercooler is okay. Oh, I didn't, did I? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I reassembled that, okay. Whew. Do I drop the oil pan? That might be the best way to get a look, right? All right, so there's one more testing device that we can use. We've used everything else, so I think there's one part not discovered. Not that. Nothing there. Do you think it might be one of these bearings? Actually, this is actually a pretty good view of it. No, that one looks okay. That one looks okay. Something hidden somewhere. It's probably going to be a bearing someplace, right? I don't know if it tests all the bearings, right? That one looks okay. That one looks okay. What about this one here? I can't really see that one. Could that be it? No, it's a running gear fault, right? That might be something right there. Yep. Oh, hold on. No, that's not it. Alright, well, let's go take a look back here. I thought I was looking at this one. Let's just pull this real quick. Take a look. Now that I'm looking at it, doesn't look like the problem. 7281, okay. Nope, not the problem. Thought I sensed something, but no. Yeah. All right, so let's take it out on the test track. We were on the test path before. We're going on the test track this time. And that will give us a little bit more of a breakdown. It will be. It also tends to test a bunch of stuff that we've already tested, but that's okay. We're going with the Griffin Tyro. Wheels are not aligned, Carmen. I thought we checked it. Didn't I check the alignment? Wait, you go down. You are the Griffin Tyro, right? Yeah. Didn't I check the alignment when we were in the Oh, see, they're yanking my chain now, man. Come on. I tested it when I had it here earlier. Oh, look at here. Look at here. How did that happen? Did I do that? Have I done something that would make... Whoops, wrong way. Okay. Aligned. Now, are we done? Was that the last thing? Was the alignment? No, part not discovered. Why? How did it... That seems weird to me. Back to 1. I need to find out what that last piece is, the last part. Alright. Alright, we should be able to drive it now. I don't, how did it get messed? Because I'm almost positive I checked it. Drive. And now I'm driving WASD, so if it's not smooth and it doesn't look great, you'll have to forgive me. And it has been a little while since okay, slalom test is first. Up there in the upper left-hand corner, you can see the checklist. First, you got the slalom test, then the acceleration test, then the suspension test, and then the brake test. So, like I said, a lot of it is going to be already tested, but oops. Wrong button, Pete. Where's your finger? I lost my button. I lost my buttons. And there's another achievement for this as well. Getting through it in a certain amount of time. Well, that obviously is not going to be a good candidate for that. It's got a lot of speed. So you get down on that W button and the thing takes off pretty well. And I had to hit the brakes in, or otherwise I would have come out of it and gone right into the wall. I hugged that slalom course a little bit, and you heard me scrape the door. Luckily, the stuff doesn't keep. Outer tie rod 65%. Okay, so this would be the lowest. So the outer tie rod 65% is the lowest in what we've tested here, and you can see this is a pretty thorough test. Rubber bushings get tested, everything gets tested. So there's something on this vehicle that is wrong, and it is not appearing. I don't know what it is. It is a tapping sound from the engine bay. At this point, the only thing I can think of is to drop the oil pan. We looked, we pulled the gear case, so we looked inside there, and we replaced what was broken. We took a look here. So the only thing I can think of is a piston cap or a crankshaft bearing cap, possibly. And the only way we can double check that, folks, is to drop the oil pan. So we're gonna need our oil buddy. There he is. Oil buddy, can you help me out? Head over to Bay 1. Use the equipment. There she goes. And we'll take a look, and we'll see if we can get this taken care of. You can go back to where you belong. Dropping this oil pan. There it is, right there. Crankshaft bearing cap, folks. Yup. Although I should have let the oil just fall on the ground, right? I just said I'm going for achievements. All right, the next time I have to drop an oil pan, I'm just gonna empty it on the ground, and we'll see what happens. I don't like it though. I don't like it. It makes me feel icky. Makes me feel icky. I don't want oil on the ground on the floor of my garage. Look at how nice the floor is. Why would I want to do that? All right, let's purchase ourselves a new. You can go. We need you though. 43 credits. We'll get it for 36. X. Clear your shopping list. Otherwise, you kind of you forget what you bought, what you didn't buy. All right. All right. So the tuning issue starts to become a math equation where you've got to start doing some math in your head. I'm going to be honest with you, I've kind of avoided it because I'm going to need to start playing this game with a pad of paper. Oh my gosh. Pete's letting you in on the inside. You're coming in on the inside now, folks. You're getting to know me a little bit better. Could have been a bajillionaire if I could only do math. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's check that their dipstick. I just want to make sure I got it handled. Yeah, she's filled. Okay. All right, shutting her down. Let's take a look. I think we got her. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the other tasks are we have to increase the tuning by 11 to 16%. It gives you a range. Typically, I try to find the middle of it. So you're talking about 5 points between 11 and 16%. So if we get to that third point, which would be 14, so shoot for 14% tuning, and then you'll be in good. But as I showed you earlier, we already have a car sitting there waiting for a tuning upgrade. So you'll have to wait your turn. All right, so let's take a look here at the story mission, and we'll see how we can pimp this guy's son's car. Okay. Repair or replace body parts. Oh, wait. First, we got to take care of the engine. which is 3 pages. Repair or replace body parts, front right door, front right fender, and the hood. Change the oil, that's no problem. Spray it the factory color, okay, and other tasks. Change the brake fluid, change parts, okay. Okay, so this is a 1983 Emden Jaeger. It's got 178,844 miles on it. The factory color is white. Can be found at auction, barn, and junkyard. He's got a 99 horsepower at 4,950 RPMs. It's an i4 single overhead cam ABT engine. Okay. Other tasks. He wants us to increase the tuning by 10 to 15%. We'll try to give him the full 15. But let's handle it. 83 should have an ABD, an OBD, ABD. I'm just making crap up now. Hey, how about that? OBD scanner. Should have one. Alright, what do we got going here? Spark plugs. Need some spark plugs. What else? Okay. So we need spark plugs. It looks like all 4 spark plugs need to be replaced. Let's take a look again at the... Anything below 80% needs to get fixed. So they're talking spark plugs. I'm surprised that ECU didn't show up on there. Body parts, change oil, factory color. Not bad. Okay. Let's continue testing. Fuel system. Take a look. Fuel rails at 81. The filter needs to be replaced. The pump needs to be replaced. But again, it says 80%, but I'm not sure if that fuel pump will make it. Let's take a look. Fuel filter. Yep, it's not on there. So still a little selective on the number. I'm not 100%. Okay, so tire tread tester. Take a look at this. Ooh, need some new tires. Standard tire B. 24. Oh, that, yeah, he definitely needs some tires. Okay. All right. What about the electronic multimeter? What are we looking at? We know the spark plugs. Anything else? Fuses. Starter looks like it's in good shape. The alternator's okay. Got those fuses looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I guess it's hard. You know, I mean, if you got a bad fuse, you got a bad fuse. There's no way to deny that. So probably the easiest thing to replace as well. So electronics, we don't got a lot there. We'll continue testing. We've got the compression tester. This is the last thing. Well, I was gonna say, thankfully, pistons and the crankshaft, the con rods look good. Connecting rods. The rings look okay, so yeah, not bad at all. What do we got on the list so far? Fuel filter, spark plugs, and tires. Okay. All right, folks. There she is. Fuel filter. Fuel filter and spark plugs. Let's go ahead and we'll grab this fuel filter. And we cannot fix a fuel filter, so we're going to go and you know, I'm just going to type fuel in, otherwise it'll take us forever. Fuel filter, 30 credits. We'll pick one up for 25. We can go ahead and throw that right in there and get that done. We're coming up on the hour, so we're probably going to call it here soon. We'll do what we can to kind of just knock out some of this easier stuff. Okay, we can already start to see the drive axles are looking pretty homely. So we will more than likely have to pull those. All 4 of these spark plugs have to go. And again, you can't really work on spark plugs, so we'll go ahead. And that's the other reason too. We can get rid of these. We have to go. We got to go to the electronics shop though. You can't get those in a normal shop. Spark plugs are on the last page, so we're going to need 4. They list for 6. We'll give them for 5. So 4 of them will cost us 20 credits. That's okay with us because we're going to charge this guy crazy amounts of cash. And now we can put the ignition wires back on. So those two things are taken care of. Oh, let's get the cover back on too. Alright, those things are taken care of. Tires and suspension. I think we start, let's start in the back. I always like to start in the back because it tends to be a little bit easier. Let's grab our examination tool. We'll just start examining the heck out of stuff. And that's not bad. It's not bad. That's not bad. I see something red over here. What is red over here? Okay. Okay. See that red there? Is that, what is that? I think it's just the tire. Yeah, it's just the tire. Okay, it's the, it is the shadow on the, tire. Front drive axle H, we saw that. Drive axle H. Drive shaft. Serpentine belt. Tensioner. Serpentine belt, so we got 2 belts. 13 of 13. Wait, fuse box. 0 of 2. Fuel washer reservoir. Okay. All right, folks. Yeah, I know I'm messing around, but hey, that's what I do. They pay me for. We have 3. That's a kind of a cool way of getting the nope, I don't want to be in assemble mode. All right, we're gonna pull this tire. Brake pads look okay. I can already see the name. Everything looks really clean once you get that tire off. Got a rusted bolt, but that's just the bolt. A couple of bolts, but that's just the bolts. Not a big deal, really. And looking at the bushings, those look okay. Bushings look okay. Yeah, okay. So I think all we have to do is worry about this tire. No, I don't want to sell it. Okay. 24 overall. We got to go ahead and take it apart. So let's separate the parts. Let's see what we got. Hopefully we'll be able to rehab these rims. It will help save our client a little bit of cash. All right, so the tire's shot, the standard tire B. But let's see if we can't do a job on this. Oh, the rim. All right, 24%. We gotta save this rim. 55%. I didn't see how much it cost. Did y'all see that? 10 credits plus whatever was there. All right, so maybe I want to say 22 credits. I don't believe there's anything we can do about the tire. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up, right? Oh, you know what I could have done that I didn't do? I don't have the necessary parts. Okay. So we have the rim. We need the tire. If we go here, we've got a 175/70R13 for a standard tire B. Again, like I said, I need to start playing this game with a notepad. 175, 70 R13s. Is that what we said? Let me just do a quick doodle. A diddle of a doodle. We did a 175/70 R13. I think that's probably the smallest rim I've seen so far in the game. So we want to go to the tire store. Is on our tablet. Tire shop. We want to do standard tire B, right? Race tire, vintage, slick, sport, standard tire B. Should I just buy 4? I was just gonna do 1, but maybe I should just buy 4. 135, because we know we got to replace all 4 of them. So if we go to 175, and we're gonna go 70, our 13s, 89 credits each. Not bad. That's a pretty economical price. So you can get all 4 for only 356 credits. So I did. I went ahead and bought them, which is dangerous because again, your client. Wait, did I grab the right tire, Pete? You need to slow down, bro. I'm assuming I did. 145/55 R13. Wait a minute. It changed. Oh, it does that to me. Oh, that makes me so mad. No, I don't want to sell it. And when there's a situation with when buying tires, and I knew this. Standard tire B. Okay, you want to start with size 13, 175, 70s, right? 175, 70. But because I started with the width, then I did the profile, and then I did the size. Somehow it's changed. When I did the size, it changed these numbers. So I bought 4 of the wrong tire. So now I've got it right. The rim is size 13. It's 175 width and with a 70 profile. 146 credits each. We're gonna get 4. I better hope I can find a car I can throw those other ones on. It's gonna cost 584 credits. Okay, so I knew that too. I knew that, and I just again gotta slow down. Install. Boom. We want. No, I don't want 145. I want 175, 70 R13s. That's what I want. Doesn't say though. I'm assuming because it's highlighted. That's the one there. Do I have? Are those just in my inventory? Because it seemed like I only had 2. I thought I bought 4. Anywho. If anybody tells you it's easy, they're lying. You see what I'm saying? That's there. We're going to turn this back this way, and boom, and we got one more. Boom. All right, so this one is balanced. So we're going to take this. We're going to go put it up on here. I'm glad, though, that I finally got, like, a paint job. I can't remember the last client who wanted their car painted, so it's kind of fun having that situation. Let's go over to this side. Again, kind of similar situation. We have to just pull this tire. I can see the writing on the brake pads, so the pads look like they're okay. The disc looks okay. The caliper looks okay. Coming around behind, there's the wheel hub bearing, so we can see that. That looks okay. Yeah, bearings look okay. Bushings and bearings and bushings. Whoops, went the wrong way. There we go. That's a little bit higher up. So this stuff looks okay. So yeah, again, it just kind of looks like another wheel situation. I lost my place in the garage. Here we go. All right, we're gonna separate these 2 parts. And again, same thing. Hopefully we'll be able to rehab the rim, and then we'll just have to slow down, make sure that we get the standard tire B shot. That one's definitely got to be replaced. The rim is at 24%. I didn't do it. 11 credits. So, I don't know. I didn't see the first one. Sorry, folks. I'm moving so quickly. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Install. Now we want to make sure we've got not 145, 55, R15, 175, 70, R13. That's what we want. Take care of this one. And we'll get it balanced up. We get back on the car. I think the back end of the vehicle may be in good shape. We did check the, we were able to look at the fuel tank. And I think we did check the fuel pump. So like I said, I think the back end of the vehicle is going to be okay. I don't think we need to do much with it. Alright, so head up here. Let's pull this. Oh, sorry. Don't snap it. Alright, again, we've got some, we need a new pad. Brake pad right here. We're gonna go ahead and change that up while we're here. I'm gonna say yes to that. 36%. Again, we can't fix pads, so we know that right away. We don't need to mess around with it. We'll just go right ahead. 40 credits, we'll pay 34. We can throw those right back on the vehicle. And then we've got the caliper, which is at 78, and the cylinder's at 79, I think it said. I'm moving too fast. Pete, slow down. No, I want to pull the front drive axle H. There's that. As long as we're here, let's do both of them. And you have to come off too. I think you're gonna need some new pads as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to over an hour, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Let's take care of a little bit of this stuff. That's all right. 40 credits. We got it for 34. I'm gonna throw that right back on there. And the caliper and the cylinder. Nope, we're back to removing. We're gonna remove the front drive axle H. And then we're gonna get the drive shaft. Then, as long as we're here, we're gonna pull a gearbox just so that we can, what was the problem? Oh, the starter. Gotta get the starter. And I think we gotta get it down. All right, so we're gonna lower it and pull the starter, and then we're gonna take the gearbox off just so we can check the clutch release bearing, the clutch plate, and the flywheel. Because as long as we're here, and as long as we got it, once we put it back together, I don't want to have to take it apart again, basically is what it comes down to. So, since we've got the drive axles off, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, yeah, it was a waste, because they all look fine. But that's okay, right? Because now we know. Now we know. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about we're gonna have to go back and take this all apart again because maybe it's the clutch release bearing or the clutch plate or whatever. But nope, we know. It's not that. If I go here and I look at, yeah, the front drive shaft needs work too. The starter didn't. So let's put the starter back in though before. And then we'll go hit the we'll hit the bench. Hopefully we'll be able to fix the drive axles and the drive shaft. And we can reassemble this. We'll knock out the two front wheels and then we're gonna call it. We'll call it there for the day at least. You can come back down, and then you can go back up. And hopefully we'll be able to fix these drive axles in the drive shaft. Well, the drive shaft and one of the drive axles, oh, the other one was red, that's right. Okay, so this is going to cost us 7 credits to repair. And it's going to cost us another 9, so 16 total credits to fix this one drive axle. Ooh, plus 1 is 17. 17 credits. And then we got the drive shaft, 19 credits to repair that. All right, cool. Got that done. Nope. I was gonna say, I don't know why you put me that far back. Drive shaft is in. And we'll put in the drive axle H. That can go in. Let's buy another drive axle H. Front drive axle H, right? H. List for 70, we'll get it for 59. And we're gonna swing across to the other side and drop that puppy in there. All right, before we do that, we've got to take care of these last 2 tires. We'll take them both over. Hopefully we'll be able to knock both of these out. Again, they both, I know Snakebite was the one who mentioned it's 16%. Anything below 16%, you are not going to be able to repair. So as long as and that was the issue with the drive axle H. I think it was the second one was at 10%, so that's why we couldn't fix that one. Rim retro, that's at 14, so we may have to buy another rim retro. Yeah, see, we can't fix it. So this one's at 31%. I didn't count that first one, 10 credits. All right, so it cost us more than 10 credits. And we'll need to buy another one. So, let's go here, and I want to go put that on. So we need a Rim Retro 10 13-inch with an ET of 0. Rim Retro of... Huh? Huh? Rim Retro. Gonna go Rim Retro. Alright, so I think actually if I hit tab, Rim Retro 10 13-inch. Rim Retro 10 40 credits. We need 13-inch. ET of 0. 68 credits. We only need 1. We're going to buy it. Oh, it lists for... Oh, it starts at 40. We're getting it at 68. Again, size 13. That's the other thing. I do really need to figure out that I don't know a lot about the tires. And, like ET, okay, now this has got an ET of 0, which means it's pretty much faced, right? You got a little bit of an indent in the rim, but I think if you increase the ET, I'll look up what ET stands for, but if you increase the ET, it pushes the inside back further. So you get more of a space between the front of the rim and the actual, so in other words, this space gets bigger. So the more you increase the ET, this gets inset further and further back, increasing this size. I believe that's what it is. You are 145/55 R13s, sir. We don't need that. So that's kind of a, for effect for, as we get into doing more and more rehabs and stuff like that, making sure, going for a certain look, that's where that would come into play. But I'm not 100% comfortable with it. I haven't had much experience with it, so that's another one of those things where I do want to learn more about it. So there's that. Okay. So I think we're good with brakes and suspension. I don't know if they could come back to us now and say, hey, you know, you still got problems with your brakes and your suspension. They could say it, but I'd spit right in their eye and I'd say, no, we don't. Oop. And there were 3 pages of stuff, folks. All right, I think we've gotten that handled. Let's take a look. Like I said, the fuel tank looks good, and the fuel pump looks okay. The muffler looks okay, rear muffler. We did go over this. There's a couple of rusty bolts, but you know, outside of that, no, everything seems to be in okay condition. All right. Well, do I do it? Do I go for the achievement, folks? I'm gonna have to change the oil anyway. Oh, we gotta take that off first? Okay, we gotta take the front, first. It won't even let me drop the oil right on the ground. Okay, so here, first thing we gotta do is we have to, we gotta remove that exhaust pipe, I guess. In order to remove the exhaust pipe, I guess we gotta remove the cover. And the exhaust manifold. All right, so there's the exhaust manifold. It's at 79%. I think that's okay. We're gonna let this oil flow, folks. Here it comes. We're gonna get the achievement. Oh, you did not drain the oil before removing the oil pan. Cleanup will cost you 100 credits. Okay. I didn't get the achievement. Why didn't I get the achievement? There it is. Slippery floor. Pour old oil on the floor. We did it. And that'll be the last time I ever do that. And I did it basically for an achievement. Okay, so everything looks okay down here. The crankshaft bearing caps look okay. The piston caps look okay. This one's a little hidden, but we can take a look. Yeah, everything looks all right. So that was really done more for the achievement than anything else. I told you, I'm going after achievements. And we have to change the oil anyway. The front exhaust section looked okay, and as well as the rest of it. You got the catalytic converter looks good, the middle muffler looks good, and the rear muffler looks good. So all of that's under, I feel pretty good about. Let's button this back up and get ready to, like I said, we're going to call it here. There's still a lot that we need to look into, but I think we did pretty good. We got one vehicle in the dyno waiting for a performance upgrade, and we got another one sitting in bay 1. And then we've got this one, which is also going to need a performance upgrade. So where are we at with you? Air filter, belt tensioner we need. A couple of serpentine belts, and then we got a couple of parts not discovered. Oops. What do you think? What do you think? Timing cover? Can't do it. Can't do it. We gotta remove these belts because we do need new ones. Idler roller. And an air filter. Oh. Sorry. Timing cover. Oof. Yep. Did you see this single overhead cam? That cam shot. Oh man, Pete, you gotta stop. I know I do, but it's just like in real life. I just a little bit more. I'll just do a little bit more. I got a little bit more. I can do this is quick. This is quick. I can get this done quick. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Camshaft caps look okay. It's just the camshaft that looks like trouble. Okay. Pull this. And pull this. I don't think we need to take the head off. Like I said, we looked at, I don't remember looking very hard at the pistons. When I'm editing, what I'll do is I'll pause and I'll re-examine them. I don't think we need to take the head off though. Okay. I've already done spark plugs. Ignition wires look like they're in good shape, but we've pulled them off. So if they were, if there was a problem with them, they would have appeared on our list already, and they didn't. So I think they're okay. Power steering pump, alternator look okay. Water pump looks okay. Oh. Gotta get that off on the lift. Okay. All right. Go up. We got a couple of body parts too. We might be able to. Let's just pull those off and hammer those. All right. Let's shopping list. Is there anything? Wait. Add to the list. I didn't mean to do that. Shopping list. Notes. Rim retro can go. That can go. Okay. Let's make a list. What do we got? We need one of those and one of those. Wait, we don't need one of those. Again, you're moving too quickly, Peter. We do need an oil filter. We're not going to be able to fix that. We might be able to fix this camshaft, though. So, 76, 28% on the camshaft. Nailed it. We don't need another camshaft. We may want another camshaft, but we don't need another camshaft. That's something. Is the can I replace the camshaft with a Hi-Pro camshaft? Because that's the other thing too you get into is you're just fixing stuff, and maybe you should take a minute and take a look at the Hi-Pro tuning shop and see here. If I go here and I go to, did I put the camshaft in already? I did. Okay. So let's go X. All right, now I want to go here. If I go there, they do. They have one. It's 2.75%. 550 credits. Let's grab that. We'll get it for 467. We're going to pull this one. That's the other thing I have to keep in mind. I got to bear in mind, oh, Pete, that while I'm going along just doing repairs, very, myopic, you should stop and maybe kind of take a look at the performance shop and see if you can't replace some of this stuff. And that way, that way you'll be able to do that. Now we have that at 100. They're all good. What else do we have? And none of that stuff's going to be in the shop, I can tell you that right now. Oil filter for an i4? Nope. We already got that, so that can go. Belt? Nope. Belt tensioner? Nope. Alright, so we got to go back to the regular store because they don't carry belts, I don't think. No. Alright. And we need an oil filter. 25 credits, we'll get it for 21. Oh, enter. Timing belt. 35 credits, we'll get it for 29. Blow it up. Belt tensioner. 35 credits, we'll get it for 29. Serpentine belt. 25, we'll get it for 21. And And then serpentine belt A is 30. We'll get it for 25. Okay, so put this stuff back on. That's 83. Got an increase of like 2.75 for the camshaft. Did we do anything else? That's the other thing too, as I was talking about earlier, I've got that other vehicle that's more of a off-road kind of four-wheel drive. I'm wondering, can I get increased performance replacing suspension? You know, or is it basically just engine stuff? It may just be engine stuff, so. All right, I'm definitely gonna call it. I'm sorry, I was supposed to call it a little while ago, but we got the new belts and stuff like that. We can throw all this stuff together and button it up, which is what I was hoping to do, so that we can end the episode. But it kind of it took on this whole other thing. But we'll get this done, and then we will call it a day, and this is where we'll come back. And we're still working on these repairs. Got much of it buttoned up, but not everything. Need the oil filter, air filter. Oh wait, we got everything. So we need a new air filter. I can't get there from here. Okay. Let's do it, folks. Let's do it. We're gonna do this air filter, and then we're going to then we're definitely going to be done, I promise. And then, like I said, when you come back next week, we will continue on, and we will start doing the tuning. And once we get all of that taken care of, we will. No, Pete, no. We'll start doing the tuning, and once we get all of the tuning done, wait. Set it. Let's check the High Pro. I don't know if they do filters. Okay, so let's do that. Tab, air filter, I4B, 150 credits. We'll get it for 127. I'm gonna get a 1.75 increase. So 2.75 and 1.75 would be 4.5, right? We're at 4.5 already. So that's the other thing too, is I'm not even 100% sure of what type of stuff they carry in the High Pro shop. So I got to get more familiar with that. All right, folks, there she is. Actually, we got to get the oil filter in. All right, so that's pretty good. We got the repairs done. Surprise, surprise. We got all the repairs done. We've got a couple more things we got to do. Before she's done, and let's see, we've got so all of this is done, 3 pages. We got some body parts. We did drain the oil. We got to refill it with new, spray paint it, and then change the brake fluid, power steering fluid, and align the wheels to calibrate them. And then we got to increase the tuning to 15%. We've already done about 4. So come on back next time, and we'll continue work. Once we get this one here done. Which one is this one? This one is called the Emden Jaeger. So once we get the Jaeger all finished up, we're going to start doing the performance upgrade. So come on back, and until then, be safe, be well, be good, and be back here next time, and we'll talk soon. All right, bye bye.